With fighting in eastern Ukraine intensifying, U.S. President Barack Obama announced new sanctions against Russia for failing to help restore peace.
On top of the sanctions we've already imposed, we're therefore designating selected sectors of the Russian economy as eligible for sanctions. We're freezing the assets of several Russian defense companies, and we are blocking new financing of some of Russia's most important banks and energy companies.
Mr. Obama said Moscow has done nothing to stop the flow of weapons and fighters into Ukraine or to get the separatists to agree to a ceasefire. He said the United States is acting in concert with its European partners.
What we are expecting is that the Russian leadership will see once again that its actions in Ukraine have consequences, including a weakening Russian economy and increasing diplomatic isolation.
European Union leaders meeting in Brussels also are expected to announce new action against Moscow. Heading to a session Wednesday, German Chancellor Angela Merkel expressed disappointment.
Unfortunately, not much has happened since Ukrainian President Mr. Petro Poroshenko's visit to our last summit to put into practice our expectations. No hostages have been released. The border controls have not been established. The contact group isn't working, and therefore we will speak about new sanctions because we believe that the Russian contribution to peace in Ukraine is not yet sufficient.
British Prime Minister David Cameron called the situation in Ukraine unacceptable.
The territorial integrity of that country is not being properly respected by Russia, and we need to send a very clear message with clear actions at this council meeting tonight.
Clearly prepared for the bad news, Russian President Vladimir Putin worked to forge stronger ties with Brazil, China, India, and South Africa at an economic summit in Brazil.
We suggest the setting up of an energy association of the BRICS, and we can also create a reserve fuel bank, and this could also consolidate our energy security.
Ukrainian Prime Minister Arseniy Yatsenyuk condemned Russian actions during a visit to embattled eastern Ukraine.
Russia's politics are absolutely clear to me. On one hand, they have created the military conflict here. They, like vampires, suck money from us and kill our people. That is the most important thing. On the other hand, they are creating economic destabilization.
Another battalion of volunteers headed from Kyiv for the Eastern Front Wednesday to reclaim areas occupied by the separatists.
I can't sit at home when my country is being torn to pieces. I don't want the same killers and terrorists to come to my home.
President Obama Wednesday praised Ukraine for the progress it has made despite adverse circumstances, and he pledged continued U.S. support. Zlatica Hoke, VOA News, Washington.